Hello everyone, this is Lakshman. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to talk about the entire Agile Scrum process model in 10 minutes. First, let me define what is an Agile. Agile is a software development approach under which requirements and solutions evolve through the collaborative effort of self-organizing and cross-functional teams and their customers or end users. Previously, we already used the traditional software development approach, such as waterfall model, V model, and sprint model. But the specialty of the agile model is both development and testing activities are parallel, unlike a traditional software development approach. That means developers do their task and testers do their task in parallel and collaborative way. That is the reason there are some advantages are there by using Agile Scrum process model to develop the project. The first advantage is the requirements change can be accepted at any level of the project maintenance. Second one, we can save time and cost of the project. Third one, the quality can be ensured because each and every sprint will be tested multiple times. The next advantage is all participated in daily stand-up meeting and scrum meeting so that transparency can be maintained. The next advantage is each and every sprint we are delivering to the client so we can maintain customer satisfaction. So these are the some of the advantages by using Agile Scrum process model to develop any project. So to develop any project by using Agile Scrum process model, how many roles are involved in this process? There are product owner, scrum master, and agile team. These are the main roles to develop any project by using agile scrum process model. So, so who is the product owner? Product owner is responsible for taking the input from the customers. That means what are the business requirements? Those are functional requirements will gather from the customers or stakeholders or end users. So he is the responsible to get the functional requirements from the end user. So with the help of image, I'm going to explain the entire agile process. So let me take an image. So here is the image. So first one, product owner. The product owner is responsible to take the input from the customers or the end users or stakeholders. So and then he will create that document based on the functional requirements or business requirements. So that we call as product backlog. So this product backlog contains the functional requirements. So he takes these functional requirements from the customer. Suppose customer given 10 requirements. That means we are called those things stories. What are the, if there is a high level requirements there that we call epic. Epic is nothing but high level requirements. Stories are nothing but smaller requirements. So product owner gather the 10 requirements, that means 10 stories from the customer, and customer asked those 10 requirements need to complete in 3 months. Then product owner will split those requirements or stories in 3 parts. So each part is nothing but a sprint. So the sprint is not more than 2 or 3 weeks. The sprint must contain 2 or 3 weeks, not more than that. Okay, so the product owner will prepare the functional requirements. That means stories, epics and stories. So these stories will give to the into the sprint planning meeting. In the sprint planning meeting, Scrum Master, developers and testers are involved and they will commit those stories. So here split the sprint 1, sprint 2. In the sprint 1, there are three stories need to implement and test, and sprint 2 need to implement and test, and sprint 3 need to implement and test four stories. So these are the stories will commit the in sprint planning, and also estimate the stories, how much time, how long time it will take to complete this story. That is we call as story point. After commit the stories in the sprint planning, and they will maintain this. They will maintain the one sprint backlog. In this sprint backlog, it contains the whatever they commit the stories, they will maintain in the sprint backlog. You may get doubt here. What is the difference between product backlog and sprint backlog? Product backlog contains all the stories. That means whatever the customer given, 10 requirements are maintained here. But sprint backlog contains only committed story in the sprint 1. This is the sprint 1, S1. This is the sprint 2, S2. So whatever they committed by developer and tester in the sprint planning meeting, those things all will maintain by sprint backlog. Okay. Then in the sprint backlog, developers do their task and testers do their task in parallel. Okay. So the sprint must contain 2 or 3 weeks only, not more than that. So every sprint, every day there is a daily stand-up meeting is there. In the daily stand-up meeting, they will analyze the status of the process, the status of the sprint process. So what is going to happen? What have we done? So is going to right way or not? These things will discuss in the daily stand-up meeting. Okay, so here is the Scrum Master role is very important in Agile Scrum process model. So he is the monitor of entire Agile process. He is the facilitator of entire Agile process. He is going to collaborate and communicate with developer and testers. So he will take all responsibility of entire Agile process. Is there any challenging phases from developer or testing team, or uh, any environment setup issues, or is there any problems are rising? So such type of things will take care by the Scrum Master. After completing sprint, and it will review by the product owner. So once the product owner will accept, then it will move to the production environment. So then there will be then this version will go to the customer environment. So that is the first version of the sprint, and again sprint 2. These three requirements will take the same process only. So again sprint planning meeting. In the sprint planning meeting, again committed these three requirements, these three stories, and developers do their task and testers do their task. So they will maintain one more document, that is sprint backlog, and after finishing sprint, again they go to sprint review, and this will take the demo by product owner. If he accept the sprint, then it will move to the customer, then it will release to the customer. That is the second version, and then third version. So likewise this cycling is going on. So for every sprint, the last meeting is nothing but sprint retrospective meeting. In this sprint retrospective meeting, they will discuss about how the sprint is going, how much effective the sprint is going, and what the problems we face, and what type of challenges we face, such kind of what has done we, what has done right thing and what has done as a wrong thing. These things are will discuss in sprint retrospective meeting, because if there is any problems are faced in the sprint one, those things will not come to the face in sprint two. So such type of things we'll discuss in sprint retrospective meeting. And Scrum Master also will monitor all the things. That means he will go to this, he will go to check out the entire process in the form of graphs. He will maintain burn down and burn up charts. So what's the status of the sprints, and how much time is there, our estimation time will reach or not, and a sprint is finished in early or it takes much time. So those things will analyze in the form of graph by using burn down and burn up chart. So this is the entire process of the agile. So thanks for watching.